Life stressors and emotional eating. Did the GLP-1 medication really help me? Hi everybody, I'm Dina from Living Mosaic. Welcome to my channel. I want to thank you all for being here and for subscribing and being part of my journey. So I wanted to share a little bit of a situation that's been going on with me. I have kind of good news and bad news. So let me start with the fact that I've had a life stressor occur, and it's been hard. It's kind of scary and kind of making me have a little bit of anxiety. I usually handle things pretty well, and this is a big one, I think, since my dad passed away last year. That was a hard one. And this is a big one. It's not a death, but it's something else. And it's something that's really worrying me and concerning me. So hopefully I can share with you, not the details of the situation, but kind of what occurred. So yesterday I realized something, and I began to start worrying about it. It's something that I'm struggling to fix, and it could be very bad. So, and I'm not in any legal trouble, nothing like that. Nobody's dying, but it's just something that's a pretty big stressor. So I found out yesterday, and I didn't sleep as well as normal. Usually I've been sleeping pretty good, and I was up at like 4:30 this morning. And it was crossing my mind, and all the stuff I was thinking, and I was really hurt and overwhelmed, and there's a spider in my car. So I was hurt and overwhelmed and just didn't sleep. And then I decided to, and for those of you who are believers, you'll understand this, I started reading my Bible and I was praying. And then I laid back down, and I did go back to sleep for about an hour because I had to get up early and I had a couple of appointments to tend to. One was a doctor's appointment and one was an eye doctor appointment. So that went on. Then I got up, I went to my doctor appointment, and I pushed all the bad stuff aside, all the things that, was going on, stressor stuff. And I was really excited. I told my doctor, I was taking Manjaro. It was going really well. She was so excited for me. And we started talking about, was I doing all the things I needed to do, like stay hydrated, eating my protein, getting my fiber, all those things. And I said I was doing all the things. And, I definitely showed the weight loss on the scale there. And she was just so happy for me, and we talked about, it being just an amazing medication that she's seen so much success with for those who are really doing what they're supposed to do. So that went really, really well. And we did decide to go up to the 5 milligrams, which she sent the prescription in for me. Well, later on, I had found out some more about the stressor that I'm experiencing, and my heart was really broken over it. And I'm not really a super emotional person anyway. Like, when it comes to things, I handle things pretty well, and I have a thick skin, as a mental health counselor, you kind of do, in a way. At least that's my thought. And but I was really hurt by this. I sought out some guidance, and I thought, okay, so this is a good plan, whatever. But I was still a little bit stressed out. And on the way home, because I had gone, did my appointments, I came home and I went back to run errands for my daughter. And on the way home, this weird thought popped in my head to like go get some ice cream or something. And I'm like, that is weird, because being on a GLP-1, I'm not hungry. I'm still doing really well. I don't have the desire for that stuff. I haven't eaten that stuff in, 7 weeks, about 7 weeks. And I thought to myself immediately, I was like, this is an emotional response. This is emotional eating. And I was like, wow. But thankfully, it went out of my mind really quick, like just probably 30 seconds it was gone. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I have no desire for that. But I still recognized it. I'm like, okay, so now this proves to me not only had I been an emotional eater, I had also had this biochemical issue. And so definitely brought some realization to what I had been experiencing. So, and that's a lot of stuff, with the life stressors, and we all have them. But to face the fact that I was an emotional eater, on top of having this biochemical issue with overweight and having overweight and obesity, it just made me sad, on top of having the stressor. And then when I tried to handle the situation and be a problem solver with the advice that I was given, it backfired and it didn't work. So I'm sitting here with no answers to this big thing that's going on. And I just wanted to be very transparent and share this here, because on a high note, sharing my journey here has been really, really part of the healing process, and I feel like everybody who's on this journey too, they recognize it, and they're so supportive. I've gotten such wonderful comments from people. And if you could just have me in your thoughts and prayers right now, I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope that this situation works itself out. And I'm not a crybaby. I promise you I'm not this kind of person, but this is a big thing. It's a big thing. So the bad news is the stressor. The bad news is the recognition of the emotional eating problem. But that could also be a good thing, because taking the GLP-1, I didn't do it. So that's a success. And the visit with my doctor was really good. And the visit with my eye doctor went really well. And she said my eyes look good. And so, for having or being labeled a type 2 diabetic, that was really good. And if it's the first time in my life, I'm actually, since I've been told I had type 2 diabetes, this is the first time in my life I'm doing something about it, like literally allowing myself to take medication for it. So that is a plus. And I'm proud of my journey, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to share it with people who care. And this is real life. This is not, it's just not me being a crybaby at all. I want to be real and authentic with people. But I just feel really devastated by this thing that's happening. And so, again, your thoughts and prayers, I appreciate that if you'll give me that. And, I know that this will pass, and I'm going to stand in faith with God about the situation, because God provides, right? God is there and He provides. I believe that. And so I'm just going to keep holding on. I'm going to keep holding on, and I'm just going to eventually get through this. And this will be one of those life experiences that I talk about that build that beautiful mosaic picture of who we become, right? Who we become. And this will be something that I learn from, and then on the plus side, it'll be something that it'll end well. I'm going to trust in that it's going to end well. And I just want to thank all of you. I thank all of the people in the GLP-1 community who share, and I've learned so much from. Thank you. And just thank you all who give your feedback and comments. And if you recognize that you have been an emotional eater, you know, let me know in the comments, so I feel like, yeah, okay, I'm not the only person alone that sometimes, you know, I think we just ignore that stuff and pretend it doesn't exist or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and kind of share my thoughts and feelings about what's going on with me, and the good and the bad. And I'm just going to keep plugging away as long as I can. I'm excited about my new prescription, and I really pray that it's not going to cost me a lot of money, and that I did apply for the Eli Lilly savings card, so I did give that to my insurance, and hopefully, you know, that'll give me some discount, and I'll be able to take away my 3-month prescription, and I won't have to worry for a while. So anyways, I wish you all well and many blessings, and thank you for being part of my journey. And remember, you are a living mosaic. And see you next time. Bye.